I want to talk for a moment about vulnerability and being open to other people instead of closing our hearts off. I'm going to read something real quick first. I do tarot, so I pulled a tarot card today to see where I'm at in my life, and the card said open on it. It says, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. It says, this is probably one of the biggest challenges of life, keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience, from the ecstasy to the agony, the joy to the grief, the love to the loss. We can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy either. Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act, as a life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as well as great love, triumphs, and adventures. When we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much to handle, we often find ourselves more separate than before. The rose, which is the card, the image on the card, it says the rose shows us how to open up to the world no matter what the day brings. This card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely on the ground. Then it asks a question. It says, how can you say yes to life? So I thought this is a beautiful card to pull, and I wanted to kind of talk about how I need to say yes to life. I know that, and all my friends know as well, that whenever I'm going through a hardship, because I've experienced many in my life, I tend to go into hiding, as I call it. I hide myself from the world because for one, I'm processing what it is that just happened to me. It takes a lot for me to really think through the experience, to feel my way through. It's important to not shove our emotions or feelings under the rug because they'll always come back and sneak up on you. You're meant to focus on them, feel them, and then be able to release them so you can expand and move forward in your life. So I've experienced this a lot, and I know when I moved from Raleigh, North Carolina to Tampa, Florida, my boyfriend at the time had passed away from cancer, and I feel like I had lost everything. And I was moving to a new city, new job. I knew nobody and nothing. And something interesting that I realized is that when you feel like you've lost everything, the interesting thing about that is that you become open to everything. And I did go into hiding for about a year when I first moved down here. And what I did is I wrote a book. And it was my way of processing what had just happened, my thoughts on it, and how it affected me and changed my life forever. I think it's important for us to digest what we experience. And I found a lot of meaningful relationships out of that because I was completely lost in life. I wasn't really scared of anything. It taught me bravery and it taught me openness and vulnerability. And even though I felt I was separated from other people, at the same time, I was still connecting. How I was connecting is because I'm the kind of person that is very open in general. I speak my mind and I really act like I've never met a stranger. So people often come up to me and tell me their whole life story, and I do the same. Hence why I wrote a book about my life, because I don't mind sharing and disclosing personal things in my life. And that's truly how you make connections to people anyway. How you develop strong friendships and relationships is by opening up and being yourself, right? We can't fall in love and we can't have love for our best friends and family members if we don't get to know them first. And how can you get to know somebody if you don't become open and vulnerable to them? So by closing yourself off, you are closing a door of opportunity for those beautiful emotions of love and feeling. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.